Hello friends, welcome back to Tales, where we will be advising,
telling stories,
and telling news about the experience of Shenzhen.
Bandang alas 4 ng madaling araw, naglandfall ang bagyong Yolanda sa Giwan, Eastern Samar. Pero hanggang Tacloban City,
those were the clips of the typhoons that already happened. For me, the thing that stuck to me the most was the Typhoon Yolanda. I didn't understand typhoon that much before, but the heavy rains and the winds still stuck to my head. There were roofs flying all over the place and high floods.
Wow! In my case, we didn't live in a place where Typhoon Yolanda affected us that much, but I still felt the strength of the typhoon.
That really gives me goosebumps. But I still remember the time when us Filipinos helped those who got affected by the typhoon. I remember that the flood became so high, it became as tall as houses with 2 floors.
Yes, I remember that in the news. There are families who couldn't escape their homes because of the flood. When I saw the people who were affected by the typhoon and the aftermath of it, that's when I realized that being alerted and prepared for upcoming typhoons is very important.
Isang maulang araw sa lahat ng nanonood ng balita. Ako, si Lark Triol Sisapares, nagbabalita para sa bayan. Mayroon na namang bagong bagyo na pumasok sa Philippine Area of Responsibility na nagngangalang Marce o Yinjing. Ito ay kasalukuyang nasa antas ng severe tropical storm. Ito ay magdudulot ng maulap at maulan na panahon. Jenica, ano nga ba ang isang typhoon?
Magandang tanong niyan, Lark. Ano nga ba ang isang typhoon? Ang typhoon ay isang tropical cyclone. Ibig sabihin, ito ay isang synoptic scale cyclone na umuunlad sa tropical na tubig. Walang nakasabit na fronts at may tinutukoy na organisadong sirkulasyon ayon sa Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, Astronomical Services Association o PAG-ASA.
Paano nga ba nabubuo ang isang bagyo? Nangyayari ito kapag umiihip ang hangin sa mga lugar ng karagatan kung saan mainit ang tubig. Kinokolekta ng mga hangin ito ang kahalumigan at pagtaas, habang ang mas malamig na hangin ay gumagalaw sa ibaba. Umilikha ito ng presyon na nagiging sanhi ng mabilis na paggalaw ng hangin. Ang hangin na ay umiikot sa paligid ng isang sentro na tinatawag ng mata. Pinakakailangan ng bagyo ay ang mainit na tropical o subtropical na tubig, atmosphere, na pwedeng isuporta ang malalim na konvektibong mga ulap at counting wind shear upang mabuo ang bagyo ng maayos. Ang bagyo ay nahahati sa 5 kategorya o pangkat ayon sa PAG-ASA: tropical depression, tropical storm, severe tropical storm, typhoon at super typhoon. Ang pinakamalakas na antas ng bagyo. Paano nga ba napapahamak ang mga tao rito, Jenica?
Ito ay sa kadahilang nagdadala ito ng malakas na ulan na nagdudulot ng pagbaha, pagguho ng lupa at pagkalat ng mga sakit tulad ng leptospirosis. Ang storm surge ay itinuturing na pinakadelikadong banta para sa mga nakatira sa baybayin. Ito ay nangyayari dahil sa mga malakas na hangin galing sa bagyo na nagtutulak sa karagatang tubig sa baybayin na parang isang tsunami. Delikadong hangin. Ang malakas na hangin ay nagdadala ng debris na maaaring makasira ng mga infrastruktura at makatumba ng mga poste at puno na maaaring makatama ng mga tao.
Wow! Salamat sa pagsagot ng mga tanong ko, Jenica. Maraming salamat sa pagtutok sa balita, mga kababayan. Muli, ako si Lark Triol Sisapares.
At ako naman si Jenica Jane B. Mangulabnan.
Go Henry, did you see how strong the rain and wind brought by Typhoon Mars is?
Yes, Kylie. I saw that Eastern Luzon was the most affected by the typhoon, and there will be flooding in low-grounded areas and the destruction of buildings because of the cruel wind.
We still haven't recovered from the last typhoons, and there's another one coming called Nika. It gives us a hurtful feeling, especially for those who are affected.
You're right. Because of that, we should be prepared for upcoming typhoons.
But Henry, how will we prepare for a typhoon?
First, we should keep in mind the possible things that can occur before, during, and after a typhoon.
After that, we should start on how to prepare before a typhoon.
Here are the things that we should do before I take you to class. First, always check the news to be updated if there are any changes in the weather. Second, prepare an emergency plan. Where you will evacuate, who will you contact, how will you evacuate, and have an emergency kit. Third, evacuate when it is encouraged with the local authorities. And lastly, pack canned foods and water in case of evacuation.
Now, we should prepare on what we should do during the typhoon. First, shelter in a sturdy place and do not go outside. Second, evacuate when it is encouraged by the local authorities.
And the last, preparing after a typhoon. First, exit the shelter after the typhoon. Prepare a rain gear and do not use outlets or anything with electricity if the house is flooded. Even if you cannot control the weather, you can still prepare.
And even if it's just small things like preparing an emergency kit is very helpful.
You should always have an emergency kit ready anytime, whether there is a typhoon or not. An emergency kit should have medicine, band-aids, gauze, flashlight, and a mask.
And the last one, an evacuation plan. Each member of the family should know where the evacuation center is and the emergency exit of the house when there will be no debris falling along the route. When there is a heavy rain, remember to be calm, find your emergency kit, and find a sturdy and safe shelter.
Remember, the most efficient solution in these kinds of situations is listening or watching the news so you have time to prepare or evacuate to the nearest evacuation. And that is all of our safety tips. Again, I am Tanya Jr. of Bernardo.
And I'm Kaide de las Armas.
And this is the end of our vlog.
Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like our video to support us. Again, here at Titles, we advise,
Tell stories,
and tell news,
and
thank you for listening to us.